Hey, turn the TV down.
That probably mine. Hold on. No, I'm old as hell. I got to be up under the volume. Shit.
Lord, 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 Lord. Yes, the game is still going on right now, but this was just really something nasty that we just saw right here, man. So as we already know, right now as it's going, it is well the game just about over now. So
Oh, oh God, y'all need to see what Joe Burrow just did to his Cincinnati Bengals. They're about to
uh,
drop the 4-9 just like us. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, no, you good, you good. So pretty much this game is about over. Um, Falcons get curb stomped by the Seahawks 37-9. Um, I don't even know what you can really say about this. Like I said, Terry Lloyd here says funny how both Dan Quinn and Raheem's team are both full of injuries and getting blown out. They both should be fired before midnight tonight.
Oh man, that look, it's funny that you say that because I've been saying them dudes are twins and they have the same type of mentality when it come down to how they run things. And one thing that we can say that's consistent is that we have a rash of injuries with both of those guys. It's always a rash of injuries, and it's the good players, and it's always like soft tissue. It's always like hamstring and shit like that, pull groin and all that type of shit when they get hurt. But I'm not surprised by this, man. Like I said, um, it's so fucked up right now. My damn ESPN app don't even want to act right to get so I can look at the stats. So I guess that's a precursor. God damn it.
Hold on. I got you on this. I got you on this. Hold on. Let's do this right. But go ahead, Truth, man. What's your thoughts on this, man? Because, like I said, this was not a showing that you wanted to put in front of your home crowd. So, what's your thoughts on this?
Gut it out, man. It's over. We gave it a try. It's over. Gut it out. Ain't no reason to fight nobody now. Just let this shit ride on out to the end of the season. I know everybody want Raheem Morris, Zach Robinson, and all them folks fight. Just gonna ride this shit out to the rest of the season. Just ride it out. For what? For what? At the end of the hey, for all these fans out here agitated about us not having no first round pick, go to see we can get one for Bijan. That's the fourth time I done seen since he been here. He don't put the ball on the ground in either in a one possession game, yeah, in a one possession game. But ain't nobody gonna mention that. I will. That's the fourth time since he been here. He don't put the ball on the ground in a one possession game and inside the other team's red zone. You think I'm lying? Just go back and look at it. You ain't got to argue with me on that. Just go back and look at it. Uh, Jake Matthews, his days are numbered over here. If I can't go behind my veteran old tackle and get a 3rd and 1, and he get blowed up, look, man, just go on and gut it out. You can get that first round pick for Bijan. Hey, go on and get you a second round pick for Drake. I wouldn't touch the young goons on defense. Let all them veterans go. Leonard Floyd, we ain't bring you in here to be goddamn to be effing up a first down, a possible first down by being outside. David Onyemata, he on 4th and 1, he just falls into the damn neutral zone. Five drop passes, 5. Hey man, ain't nobody. I still ain't heard enough of the special team coach getting called out. I can hear the head coach get called out, and deservedly so. I can hear the offensive coordinator get called out, and deservedly so. Ain't nobody said, Jack, you know what about no special team coordinator. At least I ain't heard it, or I ain't heard it enough. We done had too many disasters happen on special team. This team here is one big cluster. PHUCK. that kind of clusterfuck. And guess what? Believe it or not, it ain't because they tore the churches down. Because Georgia just won in that building yesterday. So that one ain't gonna work today, y'all. I'm sorry, that's not gonna work today. Gut it out, man. I'm done. Just gut it out, bro. Just gut it out. That's my take on that.
Okay. Keenan Harris with the 499 here said offense is breaking. I guess it's breaking this deep. Offense is breaking this defense back every game. A decent offense will keep this team afloat. We're not the 85 Bears 2000 Ravens. And Drip LaFair basically said what I was saying. It's 2020 all over again. It's essentially what we're looking at right now. It's just a whole bunch of mistakes. It's no consistency at all. And like you said, and that is one of the worst showings that you can have, to get blown out like that at home. It's not good, man. Sam, what's happening, man?
I want to say this real fast before Sam go.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
OG, hold on before you go. I want to say this real fast. I can't hear tomorrow or later on today that Raheem got this locker room. That out there, the type of stuff that was going on out on that field, he ain't got this locker room. So if you want to believe that, go right ahead. The proof is right before our eyes. Go ahead, OG.
You lose to the Jets, and then you turn around and see what's happening to them today. And then you lose in a game where you give up 31 points and a half. And your quarterback can't throw the ball 3 inches. There's no reason why Raheem Morris and several others shouldn't be getting the pink slip in the tunnel. The shit really been over with. But at this point, it is the whatever point that this motherfucker was trying to prove, there is none. Eastern Stick should play the rest of the goddamn season. There is no reason why Kirk Cousins should walk on the field and start the quarterback for the rest of the year. Not none. None whatsoever. However you can deactivate or dismiss Zach Robinson, go on and do it. Go on and do it. There is no belief. There is no hope. There is no want to under this staff. None whatsoever. 31-3 in the second half. Whew. 31.
31.
You go from tied at halftime to converting one. You converted 1 third down in the second half. One.
One for 13 on third down for the whole game.
I mean, how much? What else do you need to see? The last fucking 4 games. What else do you need to goddamn see? When the opposing defense is sitting on every fucking play. The last 4. How much more visible can that shit get? Cleaning the slate ain't even a fucking word to use for what needs to happen right here.
Yeah, let's try to clean it up a little bit, Sam.
I'm sorry. What's happening, Ju? He should have never had the job to begin with. But if there's a clean, clear cut example as to why this man should get a pink slip in the tunnel and he can drive himself on to Sandy Springs to his wife and keep moving.
Mm. What's up, Joe?
What up, fellas? What up, OG?
But
Hey,
that
man. Hey, y'all said everything. Y'all said everything that need to be said. When I look in this game, let me tell y'all the most disappointing thing. First off, before I even get on these Falcons, the Saints just beat the Bucks. Nobody wants to win this division, bro. Nobody wants to win this division. In the most winnable year, the
Mhm.
the Panthers got 7 wins. The Bucks got 7 wins. We played them Thursday night, and we can't
Yeah.
get out of our own way. That's all
Yeah.
that needs to be said. I put it on Twitter. We're beating ourselves. Bijan fumbling the ball, dropping passes, penalties. Like, bro, don't nobody get off the hook today with me. The coaching staff, nor these players. But what I noticed, the biggest thing that I noticed in this particular game, it was 6-6 at halftime, fellas. It went on to go for like 24 unanswered points. And what have the biggest thing about we've been talking about all year long? There's no adjustments being made at halftime.
None.
Clear in this game. If you play them to a standstill in the first half, how do they come out and go 24 unanswered points? That tells me that they went in, they seen what the Falcons were doing on defense. All of a sudden, now we see all these crossing routes where and Jig was in the slot. He running those over routes and he's getting wide open, wide, butt naked, wide open running. Like AJ Terrell in the trail position, it's nothing he can do about those type of plays. What that tells me is they seen what was happening in the first half and they just went in and made the adjustments, and we did not adjust. Go look at all of the plays in the second half. We made no adjustments, none whatsoever. All of the stuff that we seen from them for the most part was scheme. They showed the play where D. Alford tried to go over got to go over his defender and their opposing wide receiver and wide open Cooper Kupp. And Kubiak basically ran circles around our coaching staff, and that's because of the adjustments that they make. You seen in this game, okay, they try to throw the screen pass to Seals. They like well, OG just said it. They sitting on everything. When the ball gets popped up like that, and they basically read it up screen, easy pick. We told you, Kirk Cousins' arm is dead, bro. I've been saying that since he got in the game, and we seen it again today. That play that he tried to throw at the end of the game to Mooney, when he's wide open in the end zone, that pass is short. If that's Penix, he's zinging that ball in there. He's gunning that ball in. That's a touchdown. But because Kirk cannot gun the ball in there no more, a lot of these passes are being floated. That's the reason why a lot of these passes are off, because the NFL is a game of inches. Having that quarterback that has that strong arm that can fit it in those tight windows, Kirk Cousins cannot do that anymore. That arm is dead, bro. That's why I said put Easton Stick in there, because one, Kirk Cousins cannot move. For two, he cannot get the ball there when he needs to. Mike talked about it. He literally got to put his whole body into every single throw. And for three, he's an old man and he does not want to get hit anymore. Did you guys see every time somebody's
Yeah.
coming to
Yeah.
hit him, he's flinching.
Mhm.
Every time somebody's coming to hit him, he's flinching up. And that's why they really was trying to punk us. I don't know if y'all noticed, but the Seahawks late in the
Yep.
game when they actually flung Kirk Cousins down, that was an intimidation type move.
Yep.
They were just
Yep.
trying to pump us, to be honest, because the game was pretty much over. Woolen standing over Kyle Pitts, getting that taunting penalty at the end of the game. Like, that's a mindset. They just basically tried to bully us, basically. And basically, they did, to be honest. So, at the end of the day, I'm not going to let this team get me riled or get me upset, because we've seen this all season. And this team is just not a good team. At the end of the day, I kept saying we got the talent, but it don't matter if you got the talent if guys don't rise to the occasion. And it starts with the coaching staff. This coaching staff need to be gone, because I don't see how you bring them back next year and they make the proper adjustments to put any players in position to succeed. I talked about the David Seal and not having Drake London, but that's still no excuse. Even with the guys that you have, if you can play them 6-6 at the half, there's no reason why they scored 37 in the game. That's just ridiculous. And then the kickoff coverage, how many times have I said just kick it through the end zone every freaking time? Because at this point, we cannot cover kicks. For whatever reason, y'all continually kick every week to the opposing team. And then what have they done? It stung us in the behind every single time that this happens. The first half, they come right out and run it 100 yards back. Like, that's demoralizing in itself. So I don't even want to hear about coaching when it comes to that. I put that down to run down there and make a freaking tackle, man. I mean, at the end of the day, we've been saying this for how many weeks now that guys cannot tackle on special teams. Guys are not staying in their lanes. That's elementary stuff. I can't even put that on coaching. That's about want to. And we just seeing guys not being disciplined and they're not doing what they're being coached. Because I know ain't none of these coaches telling them to run out your lanes. I know that's not what Marquise Williams is showing them. I know that they went over that in practice this week. That falls on the players at the end of the day. We haven't been good enough, fellas. At the end of the day, as much excuses I want to make for these players, as much excuses we want to make for these coaches, this team is not good. That's what I've come to the realization. No more sticking up for these dudes. Bijan, he's awesome, off the chain, but you cannot fumble the ball in the red zone. That's at least 3 points that you dropped, and you swung more momentum in their favor. As much as I love Bijan, I can't let him off the hook for that. I can't put that on coaching. That's called just hang on to the ball, son. I mean, you learn that high and tight. At the end of the day, it's just everything has bounced the other way. For whatever reason this year, this is not the Falcons' year. For whatever reason. I don't know what it is, but anytime, even if we do something good, look at last week's game against the Jets. Justin Bates talks about it. We send the pressure. He hits the quarterback's arm. The ball pops up in the air. And somehow, some way, Alan Lazard is right there to catch it and get a first down. That's when you know, like, it ain't our day, fellas. Even when we do something right, something goes right for the other team. So at the end of this day, man, you got to laugh at it. I'm just like, this team, I can't even get mad. Literally, when they ran the kick back and they went like 24 unanswered, I went into the fourth screen while I was watching the other games because it's like, at this point, what can you say to it, man? We broke it down. We dissected it 100 million ways. But this team consistently, every single week, what we say, do not beat yourself. When you turn the ball over, that will get you beat. And that's what this team consistently does. Beat themselves.
boy.
Let's get this real quick here before you go.
BP said delete the whole coaching staff once the season's over. We need to move our Thursday night game. No need for more eyes to see this embarrassment.
Money's already spent on that, so that ain't gonna happen.
Well,
We got T. Lloyd here. Not addressing the special team this year is enough by itself. Get Raheem fired, but you fired Ike Hilliard. And I'm gonna say this. You at this point, you gotta look at everything. You gotta look at trading Penix. You gotta look at what you can get and what teams are willing to get for Bijan, Drake. You gotta look at the front office firing Terry. You gotta look at firing Rich McKay. You just gotta look at starting over because like as much as I like what I see on this team, you do have some pieces on the defensive side of the ball. I mean, you still got Chris Lindstrom. You still got a young stud in our guards. You still have Caleb McGarry, who's still there. But I don't know how long he's going to be here. So there's a question whether or not we'll have even 2 tackles next year. Because to be honest, Jake Matthews might decide he just retired all of a sudden. Like I said, it's a lot of stuff with this team. You just got to be honest with. Although we have a lot of young nucleus, us not having the first round pick, it's not one of those things that's gonna destroy us, but it's something to. I mean, you have to consider. You just have to consider just getting rid of other guys to just start over because I just don't see no light. For a minute, I know a lot of people probably say, "Well, we getting sacks." I mean, we got sacks a couple of times, but like in that second half, we weren't getting no pressure. We weren't getting no sacks. So those same guys that was getting the sacks, they're not consistent. And like I said, the lack of adjustments is what's killing this team, man. It's like Jeff Ulbrich ain't it. I hate to say it like that. He ain't it. Zach Robinson ain't hit. And then you look at Raheem. He just don't have a fucking clue what he's doing. he don't have a freaking clue is what he's doing on. It's like you're getting your butt whipped, special teams wise. 100-yard kickoff, and he just standing on the sideline like nothing happened. He's just staring up, like he's just staring at. I don't know what he's looking at. I don't know if he's daydreaming about some dogs and cats. I don't know what he's doing, but he's just standing there looking. So it's things like this. It's just no sense of urgency. I saw what's extremely alarming to me over coaching, over the players playing. What's really, even the fans booing. This is what disturbed me more watching this game. Is that they start fighting at the end of the game. They were getting their butt whipped, and then somebody had to slam Kirk Cousins to the ground for them to get mad. Let me say this again. Let me say it again, because I don't think y'all heard me. It took for them to get some attitude when somebody slammed Kirk Cousins to the ground. Not the fact that they messed up plays, not they screwed up plays, they dropped the passes. There was no emotion. So I think when you look at this team, man, one of these things, like I said, I know Jew, most of us up here, we're men of integrity, faith, all of that. But nowhere in the Bible it says that you can't protect yourself. Nowhere in the Bible does it says that you shouldn't question or fight back. Nowhere in the Bible it says that. These guys didn't even fight back. They weren't upset until somebody slammed Kirk Cousins to the ground. Bijan Robinson, he's the only person I see with any type of emotion. Like I'm looking at Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts looked damn good today. I saw emotions out of him, and people say he don't even have a heart. People say Kyle Pitts don't even have a heart. And I saw emotion from him today. All these freaking defensive guys that's supposed to be rough and tough and leaders in the locker room. What the hell was Jesse Bates? Where was Jesse Bates? Didn't hear his name all game.
Call him out, Mike. I've been saying it. Call him out.
Jesse Bates. I ain't hear him all. And that's the whole, and this has been like the last 3, 4, 5 weeks. I ain't heard nothing from Jesse Bates. So all these guys that's supposed to be rough and tough and leaders, they ain't even, that's the same crap that I said about Grady Jarrett. Things go terrible, things get bad, and everybody's just standing there, man, with their hands on their hips, hoping somebody else get mad. Let me say it again. Everybody's standing on the sideline looking at, the special team, like I said, it's no heart. This team ain't got no heart, bro. And it starts with that. It starts with Raheem. Raheem is not a leader. A leader has to have heart. He has to be willing to step up and speak against something when it's not going right. He's not stepping up at all. He's making excuses for himself, for his coaches, for his players, for everything.
The man called himself a losing leader.
There's no heart. There's no heart. When I see my quarterback getting hit, I'm getting the fucking flag, okay? I am getting the flag. You're not going to slam Kirk down to the ground like that, Michael Penix or whoever. I'm getting the flag protecting my guys. And it took them, the only reason why I believe that they got upset is because they was losing. Because I've seen Michael Penix. I've seen a lot of plays this year where it's some dirty plays and nobody did anything. It's stuff like this is just like, all right, bro, like what, like where's the heart, man? No emotion whatsoever.
So I kind of want to piggyback off of what you said on there.
I do too.
What we've seen today is the culture of the Atlanta Falcons.
Oh man, K Styles, I thought you loved me. You trying to kill me.
I ain't trying to kill you, but for real, what you saw today is what this regime is about. Because the thing about it was, a lot of people didn't expect the Falcons to win this game. But what you wanted to see and what the fans see was, did you even have enough fight to make it a game? And the biggest problem that we've seen, like I said, just this season alone, is inconsistencies. What we've seen is, like you said, the lack of leadership in crucial moments. That's why I always ask the question, what is the Atlanta Falcons? And the thing that I was most disappointed about this game is y'all just laid down. Y'all just laid down. Y'all laid down and let them hit you. It wasn't no fight. At this point in time right now, like what Truth was saying and what everybody's saying about possibly gutting it, you may have to do this because the thing about it is you don't want this type of law. This loss will tear will tear a regime apart here. Even though it's a team, it's going against a team that you was expected to lose to. You got thwomped 31-3 in the second half. It wasn't no urgency. It wasn't hard. It was, oh, we just here. We just here so we don't get fired. The thing about it is you cannot go into a game like that regardless on if you are the underdog or not and sitting up here acting like you don't care. They didn't care. And like I said, this loss is on everybody. Players, coaches, representatives, the parking lot attendants. This is the whole city's loss right here. It's everybody's loss. Because we saw the true Atlanta Falcons today. We really don't give a fuck. They didn't care. Raheem didn't care. Obert didn't care. And like you said, the only time you show some fight is when your quarterback gets slammed to the ground. That's a problem. Pride will kill. Like I said, pride is a motherfucker. It's one thing to have pride and say, okay, I'm not finna let, like I said, I know I can't beat you, but I'm not going down without a fight. It's worse to say, okay, I know I can't beat you, so I don't care. That's the worst thing you want to see on that football field.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We got John here. Even Arthur Smith, when he knew he was gone, still got in the face of the Saints coach. And like this
went
what
out
I'm
like a
talking about.
G.
There's no that's what I'm saying. It ain't no heart. It ain't none. Like there's no emotion from these guys. Like
and Arthur Smith knew he was fired.
Even when he knew he was pretty much gone, he still
he
went
knew
out.
He was fired.
And it's stuff like that that's just like it's stuff like that that's just bothering me, man.
He was a fake tough guy though.
Well, I would take a fake tough guy that I know ain't gonna have no quit than a guy that's supposedly nice that's willing to lay down and bend over. I'm just gonna be honest.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, all right.
What's up, Will?
It's go ahead, Will.
Yeah.
Lots of things are up right now, boys. I don't even know where to begin. I've tried my best to save some in my voice because I did promise to jump on with you tonight. But where do we even begin with this inept, inadequate shit? Probably with Raheem selling it the same way he always does by staring at the fucking scoreboard but refusing to see the score. Apart from that, like we were talking about, are we willing to sacrifice Jeff Ulbrich to get a full reset? And at this point, as we all due respect to Coach Ulbrich, I would say yes, because something's got to change. This is not near good enough. And take the injuries off the board. There's no accountability. There's no will. There's no level of adjustment whatsoever. And we are wasting the primes of some potentially generational talents. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. So to surmise, yeah, I'm pissed. But how are you boys?
What's happening? What's happening, Will?
Oh, you know me, man. Just going crazy with this football team.
You really eloquently put. I love how you eloquently put that, Will. I love it, and I respect you for it.
Well, I didn't want to come in screaming and swearing. Right, not right off the bat, anyway.
No, I'm not gonna scream. I'm not gonna scream and swear. I'm just finna hit everybody with a heavy dose of the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. No pun intended. The Atlanta Falcons just played their 71st game in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. They today made it 32-39. There lies your problem. We don't establish no dominance at home. The Falcons have won 2 games in Mercedes-Benz Stadium this year. 2 games. The Georgia Bulldogs have won 2 games in Mercedes-Benz Stadium this year. That's your problem right there. Compare and contrast 24 hours. Yesterday this time, when a running back was 4 yards short of the first down, his whole offensive line came and pushed him 10 yards. I see Bijan Robinson or Tyler Algier catch a ball out here in the flat. Ain't nobody over there, but Kyle Pitts and
Nobody's helping. Nobody's helping.
8 Seattle defenders. I watched Cash Jones, who us Georgia fans, we give him the blues. I got my thoughts why, but we're gonna keep that. We're gonna keep that under wraps. They give him the blues.
You said it right.
They give him the blues, but down on the goal line when Ghana trying to fight for a first down, Cash Jones came in and pushed a linebacker back because of the want to. Ain't no want to here, man. Ain't no want to, man. They just have. Hey, look, man. A lot of them cats, they glad to be here in Atlanta because it's a party city, bro. I'm just calling it what it is. They glad to be here.
Man. Let me get this real quick. Truth. Look, man. I don't care nothing about being right. All right. So I appreciate it, man. You being man enough to say it, but I don't care nothing about this. Look. We've told you, and I don't create content to be right all the time. Even though I'm right a lot of the time, okay? I'm right a lot of the time. But I don't create the content to be right. I create content to make sure you guys are informed of the reality.
I'm never wrong. But I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mike.
I know. Look. I get it. I get it. But this dude was never qualified to begin with. You just look at, like I said, you be honest about what he's done in his career, and it's just he hasn't been a coordinator. That right there is a huge red flag. Most of the great coaches that you see and coaches right now, there have at least been a coordinator at least 3 times, at the very least 3 times. This dude hasn't even done that, and when he was a coordinator, he wasn't even good at it. When he was the head coach, he wasn't even calling plays, bro.
Mike, and this is anybody on the channel. How old y'all when y'all found out that out of everybody who's on that headset on February the 5th, 2017? Everybody know what day that is.
We
How old
know.
y'all when y'all found out he the least qualified out of all of them?
Out of all of them,
You got the guy in Green Bay. He 8-4, trying to go 9-4. You got that person out there in San Francisco. That's all I got to say about him. You got the guy down in Miami who's having an off season, who having an off year. He may lose his job. And even Dumb Dan came in his first year and took the Redskins to the playoffs. And then we got this guy here. How about the guys who was available, not named Belichick when we hired him? One of them was the guy we faced today, right? Was Mike McDonald available?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Then we look right past him. What about the guy in Chicago? What about the guy in Chicago?
Mm-hmm.
Did we look past him? What about the guy with the Chargers? Wasn't he available?
Harbaugh.
Yeah.
We looked past a lot of people that was actually qualified, and
And we
that's the
settled
thing.
and we settled for this dude here.
We settle for symbolism and feelings.
In the NFL, but how would you feel about that, boys? Just to kind of throw a spanner in the works for you.
We hired the least accountable, the least reliable, the least that had the least amount of anything on his resume that said he would be a head coach.
Hell, he lost Aaron Glenn. He was available too. What? How about that?
Like you said, the thing about it is they fail for the PR. The PR behind Raheem Morris. That's exactly what this was out. That's all Raheem was a PR hire to make everybody feel good and to make them look good.
Because they were so butthurt about how Arthur Smith wouldn't let them paint him into a corner.
And the reality is what we're looking at right now. And this is why a lot of people are upset about him. This is why the tank came in here and said that. That symbolism shit that made this team worse. And my thing about it with the symbolism shit is you could at least got somebody that you knew that had the qualification or somebody who was going to hold accountability to this team.
Mm-hmm.
The black head coach thing, it was never the problem. Y'all, some folks just wanted to turn it into that as a default talking point. The problem is all the coaching flaws has really been on display since he got here. And like you said, the accountability issues, the not knowing what the fuck to do, no adjustments. Like you said,
even Moose said on the live on the commentary, he was like, this team shouldn't even be in this position. They're way too talented for this.
Right.
And what galls me the most, boys, is the fact that you specifically kept a good quarter of the 53-man roster specifically because of their utility and usefulness on special teams. So where is it? Have we seen any of it? No,
none of it. We're gonna get you right after you. I think you want to say something too after Will finish.
Sorry, Drew. No, I was finished on you. Go to.
No, you good, man. Like at the end of the day, man, it comes back to what y'all said. The biggest problem with this team. First, let's start with the front office. We have to stop wanting to be comfortable. We got to bring in somebody like K-Style said, like we all are saying. You got to bring in somebody that has the qualifications that's going to get this team in line. And what we saw today was a lack of discipline. And what we're seeing from this team week in and week out, as we said it week in and week out, this team is taking on the identity of their head coach. The head coach is not holding anybody accountable, not including himself. And he doesn't know what to say when things go wrong. As a head coach, the number one thing you got to know what to do and how to do is press the right buttons in the right moments. He does not know how to do that. He showed us that last year when he should have been had bench Kirk Cousins. He's on that losing streak, and he sat there and watched it. Just like Mike talked about, Dan Quinn sat there and watched Kyle Shanahan not run the football. He did the exact same thing last year. You were 6-3, and you let this team go on a crazy slide when you could have just swallowed your pride and said, "Look, we was wrong about Kirk. He's cooked. Let's go ahead and put Penix in there." He would have been able to save that season and get us into the playoffs. But now, because you didn't take advantage of that moment, you just assume, oh, we'll put Penix in the last couple games, and then next season we'll be right in the same position. And guess what? You didn't start off 6-3 this year. That's why you have to take advantage of moments. Look at the Washington Commanders right now. They were in the NFC Championship game last year. Where are they this year? That's why you got to take advantage. We just knew, we're going to be right back in the Super Bowl. 2016, we keep this team together, we'll go right back. And everything has just been a downward spiral since that Super Bowl. We 10 years removed from that Super Bowl. And we're looking at a worse product than we were back then. It starts at the top. These guys are going to have to look themselves in the mirror and say, guess what? Raheem Morris was the wrong coach. Fire him after this year, period. I know Arthur Blank likes to give guys 3 years, but that you're going to have to do something different this time. It's time to cut bait because this product is not acceptable. Who's going to go and watch this type of football? We do it because we're diehard fans. But the casual fan, they're going to say, I got other stuff that I can do on a Sunday in Atlanta, then watch this team lose week in and week out. And you don't even perform. As you said, even at home, this is getting done to you on your own home field. You show no heart. You show no fight. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. They deserve to be booed off the field. If you can play a team 6-6 at halftime, there's no reason why they come out and score 30 unanswered. That's unacceptable. That's a fireable offense right there because that tells me these players have lost hope. They don't even believe in what you're talking. Did y'all see how AJ Terrell was looking when they zoomed in on him on the sideline? He didn't look like he was even listening to his position coach. The coach was standing in front of them talking, but he looked like his eyes was glazed. He was like, over this, bro. I done heard this spiel, and it does not work. I tell people all the time, the reason how a coach can lose a team is when you telling them to do something and it's not working. They're hearing the same message week in and week out, same message, same message, same message. And once these players figure out, man, this dude don't know what he's talking about, I ain't listening.
I gotta interrupt you, dude, because I got a quote. And that was mainly what I was talking about right there. See, this is why he got to go. And I gotta say this right now. Raheem has created a bitch mentality around here. Because listen to this. This is Mark Raimondi on Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins was asked if it's time for someone to throw a chair across the room or something like that to light a fire. Kirk Cousins said maybe so. The fact that you said maybe so, are you kidding me? We stay in that. Oh my God! Like
So, Mike. So basically, you telling me we went from a fake tough guy to a powder puff.
This dude is a powder puff. What you mean, maybe so? Kirk gotta go too. You talking about maybe so? Maybe I'm gonna throw a chair at you if you hit me. No, ain't no maybe. I'm gonna knock your boy. I'm gonna knock fire out of you. Are you kidding me, man? Maybe so. This is like this. Oh my. Let me find the word. Go ahead, G. Go ahead. I can't even find the words right now, y'all.
Before you crash out, Mike, I'm just gonna say this in one statement and you can continue. Just like you said, I'm gonna slap fire from somebody. Do our coach look like he gonna slap fire from anybody during the game?
No.
He be so calm and collective. I'm looking at the other coaches fired up, jumping, slapping fire, doing, getting their guys into the game. And we just all melatonin, sitting on the sideline, all somber, like bro, this ain't no picnic. This game is dangerous. It's physical. This is like, I don't see no emotion or passion out of our head coach. So they take it on that mentality. That's why I said, look at AJ Terrell's face on the sideline. When Bijan fumbled a couple weeks ago, did you see anybody say anything to him? Our players be having that glazed face, just like our coach be having, looking up. be saying nothing to each
Kurt's
other. I don't
response.
see nobody hold nobody. No, go ahead, OG. I don't see nobody hold nobody accountable. But I'm saying I don't even see the head coach. His job is to go talk to those guys, fire these guys up, know what to say and when to say it. Our coach don't say nothing to nobody, even when they make a mistake. It's just like,
That's one of them.
Look at the damn oh my God, how can you play football and not want to hit somebody? It's like putting on boxing gloves and you standing there dancing like goddamn Floyd Mayweather. Are you kidding me, man?
I gotta
do you know
look
what?
at.
I'm going to
I
jump in
gotta
on
look
that.
at
man.
mannerisms.
I'm going to jump in
I
on that
gotta
too
look at
because
Kurt's
there's this
mannerisms.
whole thing about offensive players being bitches. Do you know what? I'm a fucking receiver, but come within 5 yards of me when I get that cut, and I'm going to put you on your fucking ass. You bet you will. You bet your ass I will. And it's like,
What are we talking about, man?
yeah, exactly. What are we talking about here? Like, stop being a fucking pussy. Stop trying to be everyone's friend. It's in the job title, so take a look at the top line of that contract again and read me what it says, because I'm pretty sure that when we hired you, it said head coach. It's your job to coach these guys, not be their friend.
He's a
That's all I'm
terrible.
saying.
I'm gonna say this as a guy who's widely regarded as a coach in this state. He is incapable of running an organization. He is an incompetent leader of men or even kids. I wouldn't trust Raheem Morris to coach a freaking 5U flag football team. He's soft as a living room sofa. And these fans, a lot of fans, it's a lot of loyal fans, but those who don't see that gotta be just as soft as him. But I'm not gonna go too deep into that. Here's the thing. Everything starts with him. That's all I kept trying to tell a lot of our fans that's going in on certain players, going in on certain coaches. Do you know out of all of this cluster FPHUCK? Do y'all know out of all of this, the only heads done rolled been a rookie defensive coordinator, a wide receiver coach, and a wide receiver? That should tell you enough right there. That should tell you enough.
A wide
That
receiver. Out of all the stuff we seen last year, that's it.
out of all the stuff we done seen in 2 years, in a year and a half of football, the only heads done rolled been a rookie defensive coordinator, a wide receiver coach, and a wide receiver. And the
Kurt
next guy,
willingly lied to the whole organization and fans say he wasn't hurt. And he laughed about it. He joked about it. And our head coach still brought him back.
And on the way out the door, because I don't think Arthur Blank gonna fire Raheem. I really don't. On the way out the door is gonna be your second year OC and whoever else. This is bad. 71st game in this building. We 32-39. We established no dominance.
Yeah, that's a fantastic point. Des and
got-
I were talking about that. The fact that, look at the last game that closed the Georgia Dome. I mean, that the reception when we beat those Packers. Tell me you wouldn't go back and live that again any Sunday. But we've never, 32-39 tells you that the Benz has never been a fortress.
You know
They're
what?
scared to come play here.
You know, Will, I'm almost wishing Arthur would have saved his $800 million, and we would have saved them other $300 million, and we just could have took that and put to repairs of the Georgia Dome.
I'm with you.
I mean, because at the end of the day, we closed the Georgia Dome down in 2016. The Georgia Dome only stood up 25 years. It shouldn't have been in that bad a shape. We opened it in 92.
The problem with the Georgia Dome was the NFL wanted that was an NFL decision though. Because the thing is,
That's not necessarily something that Arthur Blank can come out like. That's something that he wants to call. The commissioner calls, the board of the NFL calls for that type of stuff. Like the owner can't call, he can't make the decision to build a new stadium without the approval of the NFL. So that's something that has to come through them.
Yeah, no, I understand. I understand how that took place, Because at the end of the day, you can't have people sitting in a building watching a SEC basketball conference tournament game and debris falling from the building from a tornado.
Yeah.
That's that means you got to swap it out.
I get it what everybody's saying, but like I said, the most frustrating part about it, man, and I'm tired of the. I'm just tired of this soft mentality, man. We need some guys in here that want to punch somebody in the face just for fun. I mean, just like, look, bite him if you have to. Mike Tyson, like, snatch his ears off or something. Poke him in the eyeballs, like, spit in his face, something.
But
like, we need that. Like nobody's like, I don't see nobody on this team that, like, look, if Diablo got that damn thing around his head, man, I'm punching people in the nuts with that thing and everything. He'll never try to come towards me again. You better use it. Deacon Jones did it.
But
Like, where's the fire, man?
But that's what it comes down to. Like that's the thing that we've been saying. Raheem Morris represents what the Falcon media and what the city of Atlanta wants, and that's a guy who placates and doesn't offend people. Unfortunately, that mindset came with a cupcake mentality.
Yes.
So a lot of people that are upset right now have no reason to be upset because this is what this is what the city wanted. They wanted a cupcake mentality. They wanted somebody. Go ahead, Truth.
Went out there and signed petitions to get rid of Arthur Smith. Remember? Y'all remember when they did that? Right before the Saints game in New Orleans, how a lot of them said they weren't even gonna go there, but they went there anyway. But they weren't even gonna go to New Orleans. They filled out a petition on Arthur Smith. Arthur Smith Falcons never looked this bad.
No,
he didn't have an eighth of the talent.
Yeah,
that Raheem Morris got right now.
100%, and it really like if I had to pick one guy, Truth, who really embodies that whole mentality of cupcake and there being no will and no fight, I'd say Kyle Pitts. How are you going to stand there as a man and tell me that you are 6 feet 6 inches tall, you weigh 250 pounds, and you cannot stand in another man's way and thrust your hands into his chest? What? Because some of those blocks that he missed tonight or refused to throw. It looked more like, from some aspects, it's not the way. Like, come on, surely. Make it make sense if you can, boys, because I can't.
Like I said, Raheem Morris, what we saw today is what the I'm not going to use the C word, Truth, is what the identity of the Atlanta Falcons and the city and what the media want the Atlanta Falcons to be. A bunch of powder puffs that don't offend people. They want to, and as Jude's word said, they want people that make them feel comfortable. So, while, like I said, like with the Tanks, for example, and appreciate him for he coming in here and saying that. This is what y'all wanted. Y'all wanted this. And unfortunately, when it comes down to a season of expectations where the team is supposed to take the next level, we look worse than the regime before.
Yes.
We soft. We is baby shit soft right now. And like you said, and that ideology of being comfortable, and we don't want nobody to be snarky with the media, mean to everybody. This is the result of that. So Falcon fans can't get upset because this is what the majority of the city wanted, and we saw this shit get displayed against Seattle. Then you got to turn around and do this shit on Thursday Night Football.
Mm-hmm.
Hey fellas, I don't know if y'all finna get ready to wrap this thing
Yeah,
up, but I got to run. So I just want to say one more quick thing, and then I'm gonna jet up out of here. But y'all hit the nail on the head. All I want to say is this: we should have known we was in trouble with Raheem Morris at his first press conference when they asked him the identity and his vision for this team, and he came up there and said, "Well, I'm not gonna set the identity. The players are." That's the problem right there. You gotta have a vision. You gotta have to lay it out clean. As a coach,
I
you gotta
forgot
lay the
about.
concrete and the
Oh man.
foundation. You gotta lay the foundation. I've never heard of Mike Vrabel. Definitely not a Bill Belichick. But Bill Belichick, you're gonna do things his way, or you're gonna hit the highway. Ask Tom Brady.
Oh
Ask
yeah,
all of those
Vrabel was
players that
available
he
too.
said exactly. Ask
Yeah,
any of
yeah,
those players that
Vrabel
try to
was
challenge Bill.
available too. I'm glad you mentioned him, G.
Exactly. Yeah, as a head coach.
And the guy in Carolina who done beat us twice this year.
Exactly. As a head coach, the buck gotta stop with you. As a head coach, everybody got an answer to you. And when you coming in with this willy-nilly mentality, you have to set the foundation. So whoever the next head coach is, you got to lay the framework for what this Falcons team is going to look like. You go get the players to fit the mentality. You don't let the players on the team choose the mentality of your football team. That's what he was talking about. His rolling. The next coach that comes in here, if he sees players that don't fit what he wants to do, they gotta go. It was a reason why Bill Belichick did not make his players his friends because he had a mentality. He established the culture that this is the way I want things done. If you're not going to do it my way, you're not going to play for me. You're not going to play for this team. Until we adopt that mentality, the next head coach that, no, we're not going to conform to what the players want to do. As the head coach, it's your job to lay that foundation of what your team is going to look like and what the identity is going to look like. Not the city. I love the city of Atlanta. I love black people. I love all races. But guess what? The city of Atlanta don't say what the team supposed to look like. That's your head coach and that's the owner. They decide what this team and what the identity of the team is going to be. So I can't stop you said like this is what the fans wanted. And you're completely right because they didn't like the way that Arthur Smith talks to the media, the way that he did things. But guess what? At least he was a man and he had a way about he wanted things done. The reason the team looked better because guess what? He had a standard. This is my standard. You're gonna play up to my standard, or you're not gonna play at all. Until we adopt that mentality that those players are gonna reach that standard of what the coach wants. Until we get that, because they continue to see this team spiral and look like jellybacks, no backbone, don't know how to fight back, get bullied. That's what's going to continue to happen to this team until we change the mentality, until we get a head coach that's actually a real leader. Your leader don't say, I'm going to do what the people want to do around me. A leader sets his standard. This is where I'm raising the bar to. You either get up here or you're not going to play for me. Period.
Yeah.
Raheem Morris ain't nothing more than a homeboy. That's all he is a homeboy. If you look at the way his mindset is, he ain't nothing more than a homeboy. And that goes right to what you said,
You
you
ain't nothing but
comfort.
a hound dog crying all the
Comfort.
time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog whining all the time. That's all your
But
ass is. You ain't nothing but a damn
but
hound
but
dog, okay?
but that go back
Crying all the freaking time.
to what Drew been saying. The problem is Raheem Morris represents comfort. He don't represent results. He represents comfort.
What?
People are
Look.
comfortable.
Let me say this because there's somebody
Yeah.
JBJ said something and that this right here. When I hear Coach tell me to call him Rob, man, what coach tell you to call him Coach Rob
Or Heen. Or
or
Heen.
he?
Heen. That's how you get addressed by some other
They
side.
call you Coach King, don't they? They don't call you
Yeah.
Coach Ruth.
Colt Morris.
No, I tell them I tell them I don't give a damn what they call me. They don't call me collect, and they better get out there and play ball.
Look.
Let's circle the block back around to being uncomfortable or wanting things a certain way. Y'all didn't want to be uncomfortable. You didn't.
That's it right
You
there,
didn't
Sam.
want to be uncomfortable because you was not happy with Arthur Smith making y'all asses uncomfortable.
So tell me this then, boys.
Y'all run right here, all
Oh,
y'all.
Keyshawn, I forgot about him
You
trying to
had a
talk.
Rex Ryan type in him, and that was Arthur Smith. But you didn't want that. You didn't appreciate
He's
the
a
no
fake tough guy.
nonsense. You
He's a
didn't
fake tough guy.
appreciate the realness. You didn't appreciate the uncomfortability that Arthur Smith presented and rode and stood on.
But
Then
Sam,
you
he's
got
a,
your
he, but Sam,
you
he's
got
a
your
fake
boy
tough
in
guy.
here.
He's a
You
fake
got
tough guy.
your
And
boy
he only
in
got the
here.
job.
That
He's a fake.
Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on, True. Let Sam get it
Okay, my
out.
bad.
You got your boy in here that gets you give you your best Sammy Davis Jr. tap dancing for y'all asses. Okay, and holds nobody accountable. He throws everybody under the bus. Raheem Morris showed you exactly who he was when he fired that black man named Ike Hilliard. He showed you then. That's what's wrong with the team. You want to know what the heart is in the team? It left when Ike Hilliard got pushed out the door.
In week 3.
Okay, so don't sit there and cry about we need accountability. No, when you had it, you didn't want it.
You didn't want it.
You didn't want it. Stop hollering about we need Rex right now, because when you had that, you didn't want that. You didn't like that. You didn't care for that. You didn't care for the truth. You didn't care for being told to shut up and let me do my job.
But Sam, we got a black GM, a black head coach, and a black quarterback. We should be.
Man, to go play in traffic with that BS.
But here's the thing. I think we had got clarification on this right around when he first got hired. Remember the heavy hitter show that we had? Where shout out to Rock Riley,
Yep.
who came out and said that Raheem Morris was the type of coach that used to go out to the clubs and strip clubs with his players.
Yep.
This is
Morris,
the
that
guy
was
that
correct.
has been covering the Bucks for almost 20 years. He said this.
Jim Moore 2.0. Jim Moore
And
pulled up in practice, riding in D'Angelo Hall's Lamborghini.
mm-hmm.
You
So
can't make this up, y'all. This is what it is.
I mean, well, that was the story in Champa that Rod had rode down with a couple of players down the South Beach and went to Club Live. Just saying.
The more you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like I said, it's embarrassing. Oh my gosh.
all right, I'm done. I'm done.
I'm done. I don't even know where else to go, y'all. Like I honestly don't know where else to go. So we'll start with Will and we'll go around the horn, man. To Sound Truth, K Styles, and then I'll close it out.
As I say, boys, I appreciate y'all as always for having me. It's always good to get on and talk with the Alliance, even if the scores aren't up to par. And there's very few times where it has been this season. As the gentlemen have just put it so eloquently, I'll just piggyback that if I may. So, yeah, this is what you wanted. You wanted everybody to be all pally when the job title says head coach. You wanted a team that had no accountability and that everyone was your friend, and it was all just happy, joy, and that's not the way that football works, I'm afraid. So with that, I'll pass it on. But as always, you can get me on pretty much anywhere that you do your socials at Will the Thrill Waddle. Anything that Mike and the boys are doing, you'll find me there. Catch me over at AFN International, Scottish Falcons now as well. And also stay tuned if you've not subscribed yet to the solo channel, because I'm launching The Real Spill, which is where I'm getting into wrestling, music, all that good stuff. So a lot coming down the pipeline, but to echo what Truth said as well, I don't mind what you call me, just don't call me tomorrow because your boy's going to be asleep.
I will. All right, Sam.
Tomorrow, tune in. Heisman talk, college football playoff talk, And why I'm pissed off at the committee, they did that bullshit anyway. They slid them damn Crimson Tide in there with 3 losses anyway. We gonna talk about that and more. Mendoza. Yeah.
Wow.
They slid them Crimson Tide in the playoff.
I wish I could be surprised, but I'm not even surprised.
Yeah. The Mendoza sealed the deal on his Heisman Trophy on yesterday. And that's going to be pretty much NCAA Mad Monday. Y'all tune in for that on Miss White Network tomorrow.
True.
Returning will be nothing but the true ATL weekend review. We just gonna cover what went on over the weekend. I'm not gonna go in too deep. We're just gonna cover the game. We're gonna cover what happened with Georgia, what happened, what's going on with the Hawks, what happened today with the Falcons, and I'm just gonna lead y'all into Mad Monday with the OG, and then the fellas come back at 6:00. There will be no exclusive World of Wrestling this Thursday because the Falcons do have a Thursday night game. I'm thinking about still keeping that show going. Never mind. At any rate, I'm gonna say this in closing. Fans, go look in the mirror. And Mike done got on me a bunch about taking shots at the fans. But see, at this point, I ain't got to take shot at you no more. Now, all you got to do is just go look in the mirror. Because like Sam said, Arthur Blank giving y'all everything that y'all asked for.
Y'all want it. Y'all wanted this.
This is what y'all asked for. Y'all wanted all this goddamn symbolism. You got it. You got a black GM who's about to get fired. And I don't think he should get fired. You got a black head coach who's about to get fired. You got a black quarterback on a third knee surgery. Those are the facts. And we got 2 guys, at least 3 guys, maybe 2 or 3 guys on this team that are regarded top 5 of their position. That's gonna probably be gone. The right person or the wrong person get in Bijan Robinson ear, he's gone. That first round pick y'all complaining about, well, he's right now he's a rookie. He's the rookie leader in sacks. So that's where that first round pick went. But if it's all about get back in the first round, you'll get a first round pick for Bijan. Gut it out. I don't see no other solution. We don't listen to. We don't tried all the other solutions. Gut it out, and gutting it out. Now, ain't no. Don't sound like the Hawks fans. He's untouchable. No, everybody's touchable when we looking like this. Everybody. And guess what? I done went on record 3-4 times this year and said number 7 is the best player in professional football. But that's the 4th time I done seen him since he been here put the ball on the ground and cripple the team for the rest of the game. The score was 13-6 when he did that. 13-6. No, hold on. Yeah, it was 13-6. We just gave up the kick return, and he caught the ball up going inside. Timeout, Jerry. I'm still waiting on him to fumble the ball. So you can't get mad at me because I done bowled my neck and stuck my neck out and said I think he's the best player in professional football. But the few errors that he's made been critical. Kyle Pitts catch the football. I'm kind of old school with it. I don't hear jack shit about no goddamn quarterback when the ball hit the receivers in his hands. I don't give a catch the ball first. Once you catch the ball, then if I got to chew the quarterback out about his reads and all that and where the ball was placed, catch the ball. We have 5, maybe 6 drops today. But that's a direct reflection on your. That's a direct reflection on what's going on the sideline. Ain't nobody around there fearing their job. And probably the reason why Kirk Cousins said what he said when he got asked that question. First of all, you asking a man of faith about throwing a chair across the room. Okay. Second of all, depending on how he said it, it could have been a direct shot at his coach or his coaches. Make sure y'all hit them buttons, man. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, catch my channel. Truth Sports and Entertainment, formerly known as Truth with a 2 TV. Make sure y'all holler at me, man. I got to play catch up with Sam. Sam done got bougie on me. Sam done kicked out. Cut a fart and left me. He about 60. He about 60 goddamn subscribers ahead of me. That's all I got.
All right, man. With that being said, man, I don't have nothing else to say. I may have a post game reaction to summarize all my thoughts.
Booty.
No later than 7 o'clock. I'll have that out. But hey, man, look. At the end of the day, you just gotta grow some. I think at the end of the day,
Ass.
when you yeah, or definitely ass. End of the day, like as an owner, I think every owner just wants to own something. So for me, I'm more when it comes down to football. Like my mentality is I'm looking at the football guys. Like football guys shouldn't be making the mistakes that we making. And when you got guys like Rich McKay that's going out of his way to hype up a guy like Raheem Morris, he's not qualified. He was never qualified to be a head coach. Those are the things that bother me. Like these guys aren't qualified, but because you like them, because they're your friend and they share the same vision that you may almost to a T. You like to give these guys chance after chance after chance, or we've done nothing but fail. There's the problem where it lies for me. It's the football guys making these decisions. Because, like, for me, like I said, if you haven't been in the business and you didn't make money in your bones in the business, like, I can't really take you seriously. But when I'm looking at a guy that's been in the business for 20, 15 years and you still making these mistakes, that's why I'm looking at Rich McKay. That's why I'm looking at Raheem. That's why I'm looking at Terry Fontenot. Like, these guys have been in the business. They've been around. Like, Terry Fontenot been around a successful organization that won a Super Bowl. So he knows what it takes. And you're trying to tell me with a straight face that you guys decided that Raheem, who doesn't have these qualifications, y'all decided to hire him as a head coach? Nah. It's hard. It's hard to get past the football guys. And we can point the finger at the owner and all those guys, the investors, but when I'm talking to the football guys. I'm talking to people who actually been in the trenches and been in the war. I'm not talking to nobody who just got $1 billion. I want guys that actually been in the trenches. And that guy ain't been in the damn trenches and Mr. Blank. He's a guy with money. All right. He's nothing more than Tony Khan, okay? That's what he is. Tony Khan need to surround himself with some guy. I'm being honest. He's nothing but Tony Khan. I love Arthur, but he's Tony Khan. He's just a man with money.
Just stick it in there and turn it. Why don't you?
He's a man with money. That's it. That's what he is. He's a man with a lot of money. He can buy a lot of teams. He can buy a lot of players. He can buy all he is. He ain't nothing but Tony Khan, man. That's all he is. All right. And like I said, at the end of the day, you got to get guys in there that been in the trenches. And that, my friend, is the bottom line because, man, Mike said so. We out of here. Appreciate everybody for joining us. We got a few more games left for us of this torture. Hopefully it won't be torture. We'll end the season a little better than what the hell we've been witnessing. But good God almighty, we out of here, man. I'm tired, y'all. I need to get something to eat.
Peace.